I just finished putting in the original PCM unit. I think it's called a PCM, ECM, or ECU. It's the computer that controls the car. So I put that back in, the original one, because that might not have even been the problem to start off with, considering we had to do all these weird things to this vehicle. And the last thing that was done was the injectors, which now I'm about 99% certain that's what it is. So the hope is that the problem was with the new PCU or ECM, even though I don't think so. I'm thinking there's a short in the wire somewhere, or the injector itself is somehow stuck, even though it's brand new. It may be defective. It ran fine for a while, so it suddenly went out while I was on the interstate driving, which could be a short or a failure somehow of the injector itself or the computer. So I'm hoping it might have been the computer, because with the new, actually not new, the original ECM in there, if we start it and the problem magically goes away, Blue is back. So let's try it out and see what happens. You can see my door here is all ripped apart because, it's a long story short, but the lever that goes here to connect to the handle it's messed up. If you've been following the series, you know Blue had problems long ago, and I was able to rig it and get it working, but right now I had to rip it apart just so I can open and close the door. So let's go ahead and try to start it. I am going to go ahead and turn on the second battery system, which I hooked back up, to give it a little bit more boost, to make sure that we have enough power to start. And there's not enough battery power to start, so I'm trying to figure out why. I wonder if it's not hooked up. Let me double check everything. Let's try it again. It's not even trying to start. So I'm gonna have to go out and look at it and see what's going on. It took a little bit of coaxing, but I was eventually able to get the vehicle to start. And I'm gonna go out back now to look at the engine. You can see we're low on fuel because we went through so much. I've already added like over $100. Check engine light is coming back on, so there's still issues. I'm gonna bring the computer out to read the code here shortly. But let's go take a look and see what's going on in the back. Upon stepping out, I can already smell, it. So, and you can see the white is still coming out, and you can just see liquid coming out there. I think that is, although the liquid looks like it might be parts from the radiator. See how it's dirty looking there? It may be water. You see how it's got the kind of the brownish gray on the thing itself there, which might be that crap I added it to the radiator to try to seal any leaks. Seems to be really bad. My hope's going away right now. With that stuff coming out like that, I mean, you can see liquid dripping out. Now I'm thinking maybe it is the head gasket, not just a stuck injector. When you can see the liquid color coming out, and it's the color of the stuff that's in the radiator, that's really, really bad. So at this point, my hope is dashed. I think Blue might really be dead. I put my hand under here to catch the dripping liquid, to smell it. You can see it doesn't smell like gasoline. So that's not gasoline dripping out. I think it's coolant or water vapors. Even though I still smell strong burning, gasoline burning smell. Alright, I've got the computer here and it's reading it. It says injector circuit open cylinder 3. So maybe it is a cylinder issue. P0203. It says injector circuit open cylinder 3. So cylinder number 3 is stuck. The injector's stuck. At least that narrows it down. So at this point, I just need to figure out how to get that to close. May have to replace the injector again, or try to track down if it's a short. The question is how to do so. So it may be a lot of YouTube researching here. But at least it says the injector, which is what we suspected, injector circuit open cylinder 3. So I need to figure out which one's cylinder 3, and then that's the one I'm going to have to try to focus on and see what's going on with it. Alright, short of taking apart the engine and tracking down the actual problem where the cylinder is stuck. Not cylinder, the injector, number 3, is stuck open. It could be bad wiring, it could be the injector itself. It could still be the PCM, but I doubt it. Could also be the... I wonder if it could be the ignition coil. I guess it could be. But that was replaced. So most of those components were all new, other than the wiring harness. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and try some seafoam. I'm here at Walmart where it's like $6.97. I think it's like $15 at I think the last time I bought them over at AutoZone or whatever, Discount Auto, it's like $15, $14 each. But I think I'm gonna add this into the fuel and see what happens. I'm going to try to run this through the system and see if it unclogs the injector. And if it's that simple, then blue is back, even though I doubt it's going to be that simple. I'm not sure how much I'm willing to gamble into this. It's $7, $6.97, and I might try 2 of them. You're supposed to add 1 per gallon. The gas tank's mostly empty right now. It probably has about a gallon in there. It says when a greater cleaning concentration is needed, use 2 or more ounces per gallon. Oh, it says ounces per gallon. 1 ounce per gallon, and there's 16 ounces. So that's actually quite a bit. Maybe 1 should be enough. So seafoam, we're going to try 1 bottle and add that to the gasoline that's in the vehicle right now, and then run Lil Blue II and see if it doesn't clear it. At least that's the hope. Alright, I added this whole can of 16 fluid ounce seafoam to the gas. I just poured it in, I shook it up like the instructions, poured it in there, closed it up, and I was able to jump the van using my wife's van here to jump it. And it started up. It took a while. It's going to need a new battery because it sat during that time we were gone. I think my wife's daughter tried to start it, but it didn't start. Yeah, it sat. You leave a car sitting with an older battery for a couple days, it'll die. So the battery is refusing to hold a charge now. I actually have to use that battery in conjunction, you can see this is still on here, with the inverter cooking system battery here. And using those two, as well as jumping it from that other van, allowed it to start. Now, it was blowing smoke and still is. You can still see here the puffy white smoke coming out. So it is still continuing to display the same symptom, although that could be the seafoam, because seafoam does that when it goes through and burns. But basically, I just poured it into the gas tank, and I'm letting the fuel run through, and hopefully when it goes through the injector, it'll loosen it up. Now the car is nearly out of gas. You can see it's on E right now, so it's probably going to run out of gas very, very soon. And I'm letting it run through because the the seafoam itself, it says for cleaning the injector you want to do a 50-50 mix. So I don't know how much gasoline was left in there. I did get a big, I think it's a 5-gallon or 3-gallon container gas. So I'll probably put a gallon into the car afterwards to try to start it and see how it does. I may let it go ahead and run all the way dry. Or, you know, and run until it stops. And see how well it does, or almost stops. Not sure I totally want it to run completely dry, but it's actually burning quite a lot of gas. You can watch the needle move. When I started, it was a little bit below the that red line right there. Just to show you why this vehicle is not really worth fixing. You can see it's got 345,623 miles on it. But if it's as simple as the injector issue, that is something I may look into fixing if I can find a mechanic to deal with it. If I can't do it myself, which I don't think I can, I've been looking into it. Basically, you have to take the stuff apart, track down the wire, and maybe replace the harness. We're going to see what happens, but that's going to be the plan.